Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I've talked previously about money, both here on YouTube and in an article called, for example, The World's Shortest Course on Your Money. Its format was standard, it was a series of tips. But some people prefer how to advice in context, in a story, hence this little talk. His tie finally open. He slumped in his living room over his balloon glass of fancy French wine, opening the mail. He opened the credit card bill. $434 in interest. Glancing through the purchases, he was reminded of his near daily $5 coffees at Starbucks, the $20 lunches, the $30 for two drinks at the Hole, his collection of $100 Faconable shirts. His musing was interrupted by the phone. Royce, I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to come out with it. We just don't have enough Fat Cat customers to pay your Fat Cat commissions. So the company has decided to go in a different direction. We have to let you go. After hanging up and throwing his phone against the wall, Royce flashed on his fat monthly payment on his Mercedes lease, and especially on his fat mortgage. Although his house had just 1,700 square feet, its Tony address ballooned the monthly payment to $8,000 a month, not counting insurance and taxes, let alone the gardener and the house cleaner, nor the payments on furnishing the place in a style appropriate to the neighborhood. Damn, I'm going to have to sell the Mercedes. I'm going to lose my house. After gulping more wine and a big hit on his vape pen, he fell asleep. In the morning, Royce called his wealth manager, glorified salesperson, who shrugged and said the useless, well, we can sell your stock so you can pay your bills, and of course, you do have to cut your expenses, Royce. Unable to find a job, Royce did have to sell his house and his Mercedes. Now he drives a 10-year-old Toyota and lives in an apartment in a marginal area. With walls adorned in IKEA framed prints and the furniture that he didn't need to sell, it looked fine, even to his upper crusty friends. Well, sort of fine. Instead of going out with them for $15 to drink and $15 Caesar salad, he invites them typically to his apartment for cheap wine in a bottle that doesn't look cheap, plus perhaps his, quote, world famous homemade garlic cheddar cheese popcorn, which costs some pennies per serving. He's sworn off buying more stuff, and now the word vacation means not Davos or Dubai, but a drive to some cool town or nature spot that he hadn't visited. He told his son, who was in his first year at a dizzying priced private college, that he'd have to transfer to a community college, which is essentially free, and after finishing that, he could transfer to an in-state public college. Royce showed his son data from Time magazine that contrary to helicopter parent hysteria, neither his son's education nor career prospects would be impeded as long as he made the most of the college. Royce had long thought about moving his money from his expensive financial services firm to super low cost but high quality Vanguard, but now he did it, investing whatever he had left in a Vanguard all-in-one fund. To bring in a little money until he could land a decent paying job, as well as to provide some structure and meaning to his empty life, Royce took a job as assistant manager of a bookstore, which paid a small fraction of what he had been making. It was Barnes & Noble. Yet, as he sat alone one evening with his glass of $3 Chuck, that's Charles Shaw wine from Trader Joe's, comparing his new life with his old, he actually felt happier living on less. That composite story embeds 6 tips on managing your money. First, job security is too often illusory. For example, your employer could, quote, change direction, or a health issue could beset you, any number of things. It's wise to live well within your means so you have a cushion. That's especially wise because beyond a bare middle class income, additional spending doesn't yield commensurate increase in happiness. In fact, another Time article reported research that said that more stuff may even make you less happy. More specifically, being parsimonious on just 5 items takes care of most of the overspending problem. Choose not oversized housing in an acceptable but not Tony neighborhood. The price premium for prestige is huge, caused in part because of the U.S.'s extreme income inequality. The rich can afford to pay for prestige. Most people can't. The same is true of a car. Buying a Toyota with 100,000 miles on it leaves most of its reliable life left, but at a tiny fraction of the cost of a new Mercedes or Beamer, which require more service and break down more often. Leasing is even a worse deal. Over a lifetime, buying cars as I've just described here can save you a fortune and a lot of hassle. Per the article I just cited in Time, once you control for a student's high school record, the price of education and student outcomes are minimally correlated. You can save the money without shortchanging the child. Other stuff like high-priced clothes, jewelry, furniture, and entertainment can, with little or no loss of pleasure, be replaced by modest versions. And finally, you can save big by avoiding high-priced investment advisors, sometimes called wealth managers. Many experts agree that investing in Vanguard funds is a wise choice, whether self-directed with just a little guidance from Vanguard's representatives, who are not, by the way, on commission, or from their advisors who offer more counsel but for a modest fee. So, is there one or more changes that you would like to make in how you earn, how you spend, or how you invest money? In any event, I thank you for watching. If you would like to give a thumbs up, or if appropriate, a thumbs down, a comment below, or hit the share button and share it in your social media, or subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. In any event, I am Marty Nemko.